semuanya. Balik lagi di series Hogwarts Legacy part yang ke-10. Di episode terakhir kita telah menyelesaikan hantu brengsek itu. Dan sekarang kita bisa menjalankan main quest karena kita udah banyak side quest yang udah kita jalanin. Gitu. Dan juga untuk kayak challenge itu kita udah rata-rata udah semua sih emang ya. Kayak di assignment class kita udah semua. Tapi main quest belum sih. Tapi main quest juga tinggal 14 sedikit lagi sepertinya tamat ini game guys. Gue nggak tahu berapa lama lagi untuk ini game tamat. Tapi sepertinya tidak terlalu lama. Ntar kita ngapain ya? Mending kita ambil-ambilin dulu nih. Lah, bukan kemarin belum diambil-ambilin ya nyoh. Dan oh ya, dan kita juga kemarin udah punya toko, tapi kayaknya gue lumayan menyesal kenapa gue buka toko baju, kenapa gue nggak buka toko potion, yang dimana gue bisa jualan potion dan lain-lain seperti ini. Tapi ya sudahlah, yang sudah terjadi biarkan terjadi. Kita nggak usah apa lagi. Ini mandrake sialan. Kalau mandrake kita nggak bisa diambil, kenapa itu bisa diambil anjing? Oh. Tapi note grass by the way dikit banget ya. Boleh nih si note grass gue hilangin deh. Mandrake baik banget. Note grass. Note grass. Oke, kita ambil dulu nih. Tadi tadi udah pupuk ya. Pupuk udah, kita ambilin moonstone udah, ini udah. Ya udah sih so far sih, kita bisa lanjut misi aja. Apa? Tapi ada side quest gak? Kalau ada side quest, gak rapi-rapi ya. Tapi kalau ada side quest tuh, kayak gue kayak pengen main side quest dulu gitu loh. Kayak sayang kalau nggak dimainin anjir. Gak tau kenapa gitu. Makanya kalau di side quest tuh gue pengen kayak mainin dulu kan, karena sayang kalau nggak dimainin. Sebenarnya sini ada nih The Sacking Sluin, tapi level 37, yang which mean gue belum kuat. Oke, karena itu kita lanjut main mission aja berarti. Udah pertanda Inma of Chamber. Oke. Tapi kalau gue yang baru kan gue udah nggak pakai coil yang lama tuh. Coil lama tuh kayak tebel banget kan. Gue pakai coil baru nih 0, berapa gitu resistensinya, gue lupa. Jadi berisik banget coil gue. Jadi perkatak-katak. Dan rasanya nggak semanis yang itu, tapi kata orang sih, kata temen gue yang nyobain vape gue, katanya rasanya flavornya lebih detail. Tapi aku biasa pakai liquid apa yang ngebus manis.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose.
Oke.
Have a look at the map.
Di mana tuh?
Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well.
Gimana caranya?
I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How
will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
udah kita nanya Profesor Vic aja. Nah, by the way, Profesor Vic di mana? Belum muncul lagi. In his office. Nah, office-nya di mana? Weh, entar dulu, kita main ini dulu, Summoner Match. Gue harus menang. Gue nggak mau kalah main di Summoner Match kayak gini doang. Lu nggak tahu gue pro player Summoner Match ini. Kemarin wanter ya anjing. Kali ini yang obstacle-nya bergerak-bergerak, aku paling mager tuh obstacle yang bergerak-bergerak, annoying. Aduh, yang ini lagi. Kalau yang kena mantul. Gue malas banget tapi udahlah.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Yaudah nanti dah ya. Gue mainin dulu aja.
Hello. Are you here for Summoner's Court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Sengak lu. Oke.
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win.
Nantangin dia, guys.
Accio!
Nice.
Precisely as planned.
Nice banget dia, Cok.
Accio.
Tahu monyet gak?
Such grace. Finesse. Accio!
Nggak, gue bisa. Gue pasti bisa.
Such grace. Finesse. Accio!
Sepertinya ngambil 50 bukan hal terbaik.
Precisely as planned.
Kontol, lu tahu sorry guys, toxic. Ya, percuma kalah babi. Tahu
Such grace.
tak nol. What a
Finesse.
disgrace anjing.
Didn't I say I adore competition?
Lu tahu kah nggak apa? Slow.
Hard luck.
Absolutely.
Slow. Gua bantai lu anjing. Sini. Golingin. Ah, nggak bisa dialingin aja.
Precisely as planned.
Ini dulu nih.
Accio.
Lu tahu
Such grace. Finesse. Accio!
gue tubruk anjing nih. Waduh, gue tubruk dua-duanya biar jatuh semuanya lu. Anjing, mental lu semuanya. Mampus lu.
I'll remember that. Accio! Precisely as planned.
Gue harus mentalin bola yang ini, tapi gimana caranya?
Accio.
Dia dapat cepet ya, 50-50.
Finesse.
Ah, dia tuh menang. Ayo lagi ngentot.
Absolutely.
Sorry guys, toxic. Gue terlalu sometimes in life I'm too competitive. Tujuan gue adalah nubrukin biar punya dia jatuh. Mampus lu, anjing, kok bisa kayak gitu?
Precisely as planned.
Oke, gue ngikutin triknya dia. Coba gue ngikutin triknya dia nih.
Accio.
Such grace. Finesse. Accio.
Tuh, kok dia bisa nggak ketarik ya? Tadi gue ketarik, anjing.
Precisely as planned.
Lu dibantu komputer, tai, jangan sombong. Waduh, gue jatuhin nih. Biar sama-sama jatuh satu lu.
Accio.
Mampus lu, nggak apa-apa.
Accio. Precisely as planned.
Waduh. Gue gak bisa menang juga sih, by the way, guys. Tetap gak bisa menang gue nggak ada.
Nice technique.
Tuh. Anjing. Enggak, lanjut.
Absent.
Lu dibantuin komputer, jambat gaya ngehe. Gue pure skill anjing.
Accio.
Tuh dia bisa begitu, gue gak ngerti. Tuh. How
Precisely as planned.
fucking how kayak gitu. Oke, kita jangan FOMO kayak dia, kita beda alur aja. Sini dulu.
Accio.
50 dong.
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio. Precisely as planned. Such grace. Finesse. Accio.
Enggak, kalau 50 juga
Precisely as planned.
bisa, guys. Bisa nih kalau gue dapet 50. Kalau gue dapet. Tapi gue pede.
Accio.
Nih, bola. Sini lu. Bolanya mundur dong, bola dia.
Nice technique.
Bola dia nggak mundur tapi nyoh. Bolanya tuh hampir jatuh tuh satu. Tuh kan jatuh. Lu nge-cheat anjing. Jebak gaya lu. Lu kalau nggak dibantu komputer gak bisa apa-apanya. Tapi gue udah menemukan cara yang baik sepertinya. Pertama, situ dulu lurus. Dia kan ngambil ke kanan tuh. Kita ambil lurus kayak tadi. Bisa nge-score 50 at least. Dan kita menjauhi yang namanya
Precisely as planned.
si... Awas anjing, rambut tuh ngalangin.
Accio.
Weh.
Such grace.
Lu rambut tuh ngalangin anjing, gue ngalangin balik. Rambut keriting lu ngalangin, tai. Rambut keritingnya ngalangin, guys.
Precisely as planned.
Nggak aci anjir. Ini gue tubruk anjing. Tapi tubruk pakai yang ini nih. Mampus tuh. Mental bola lu pada. Ngentot tuh. Waduh.
I'll remember that. Accio.
Kok bisa kayak gitu nggak mantul? Tuh kan gue bilang apa, dia cheater anjing. Gak apa-apa.
Precisely as planned.
Gue tinggal butuh 50 nih, guys. Tuh, curang anjing.
Accio.
Mental bola lu. Ah, gue 50 juga tapi.
Stick me with a billywig. I'll
Menang
never
dong.
top that.
Menang dong.
Well, you are good.
Hei. Bola lu curang. Turun bola lu mantul tuh yang ini merah nih. Lu nge-cheat keriting.
I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
Practice.
I practice as much as I can.
Sometime
Practice,
in
eh?
life I'm too
I suppose
competitive.
I could try that. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
Ih. Bentar, jaga manyong. Apakah ada side quest baru? Seperti tidak ada. Oke. Sometimes in life I'm too competitive. Tahu kalian tuh pada ngerti gak sih meme itu? Ya kalau yang ngerti konteksnya ya udahlah. Christmas. Ramai bener. Ini makanannya pada nggak basah, kena es.
Revelio.
Hahaha. Dikira gue nggak ngeliat.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
Mau ngapain?
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Tuh kan?
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
Oke, gue ambil HP.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, As you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me.
Revelio.
You deserve all of the praise you have received.
It's tormenting Professor Black.
Kesel banget gue makhluk-makhluk setan-setan kayak gitu. Annoying.
Revelio.
Oh, kan ada sesuatu. Gue ke ini dulu aja deh. Sekarang tadi ada sarung tangan yang bisa dibuka. Kenapa enggak? Kali levelnya bagus. Di bawah. Mengecewakan aja. Kita langsung aja ke Profesor Vic. Kita arahin dulu quest ya. Let's go. Malam ya? Enggak.
I hope Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Hanya kita jadi berubah, Cok. Hanya berubah. Waduh. Anjing.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Ada aja.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Kita jadi berubah begini ya.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
Karena kita iseng
I
banget.
do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student...
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the ministry.
Jadi merusak image
I heard the
kan.
headmaster approaching.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Karena kita nggak tahu diri banget, mentang-mentang bisa disguise aja.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Headmaster, here, what could he want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Something is very...
When I witnessed what passes for magic in these halls, I...
Professor, a word?
Iya boleh, apa?
Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
Boleh banget.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
Biar dipecat.
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Karena kita iseng banget. Aduh, sampai salah jalan kan gua. Lu Chris dia.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Iseng banget anjir.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Wait until Master sees what the...
Ahem! Attention, students! I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the stunning banners of Slytherin. I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever.
Jadi seliterin semua. Penggal ordal itu orang dalam.
Scroop!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Apa ya? Gue nggak boleh salah nih. Kalau salah ketara banget. Kita nggak boleh salah.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah, yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you. The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Kabur.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Gargoyle di mana ada by the way? Iseng iseng karakter kita ini. Oh sini bisa anjir. Ya sini aja. Christmas. Dan juga nggak lama dikit lagi Christmas ya. Udah pengen Desember dikit lagi. Udah bukan di tahun lagi. Setahun nggak berasa banget ya. Udah pengen ganti tahun lagi. Tapi kan mungkin apa ya? Gak tau aja sih gue makin ngerasa makin tahun tuh makin bisa cepat. Ini tiba-tiba udah mau Desember. Kayak tiba-tiba aja gitu gue ngerasa. Kayak baru nggak lama tahun baru, udah mau tahun baru lagi. Ya gitulah. Umur bakal semakin menua. Tapi kan aku juga masih muda sih, jadi mungkin gak gitu berasa sih. Masih di early 20s jadi ya. 20 jadi ya. Ya gitulah. Kita jangan mau ditipu, kita bisa motong laut sini. Kira lu bisa nipu gua gak mau diputusin lagi. Nah itu kita udah kesini tapi videonya nggak usah dibuka. Udah kita lootingin juga by the way. Kayaknya itu gua offline deh di sini kesininya deh. Apa gua on stream ya? Jujur deh lupa juga sih gue.
Revelio.
Udah di atas. Oh ya belum bisa dibuka ya.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours Pure.
Kelas. Emang ya Hogwarts penuh secrets.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
Revelio.
Lalu kita buka dulu.
Remora. Revelio.
Wih, tadi keren juga tapi nyoh. Ini nih. Warna. Cuma beda warna doang ya. Jadi lah.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Revelio.
Kita ngeteh dulu. Enggak ada apaan sih di situ.
That must be the pedestal.
Oke. Wih. Kita masuk buku.
Where am I?
Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously.
Loh, kenapa jadi
Use the tools you encounter to find me.
Kenapa jadi hitam putih
The
begini?
first you will need is a cloak. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Wah, kenapa jadi begini? Waduh. Kabur. Oke.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
This is my chance. Coming, Neve. I need to time this just right.
Slow. Kabur.
see a staircase straight ahead.
Ayo kabur. Wih,
Death.
How could this happen?
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
oh sini.
I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Gimana caranya, guys? Berhasil.
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Now's my chance.
Oke, ini sabar. Oke.
That's the way forward. Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Invincible. Oh, laut depan sana. Oh, sini semua nggak di jalan lagi. Yakin lo invisible. Oh iya, betul.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
Ada hitam putih begini.
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
Nah, kita suruh berantem nih. Gua suka nih kalau kayak gini.
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Gue suka kayak gini daripada stealth.
I've never felt such power.
Bombarda.
Terus ini B1. Dia nggak overpower banget. Kita dulu upgrade. Aduh, nggak bisa. Baru pengen upgrade gua. Gini dong, mau gampang. Gak ada Akio tuh, gak enak banget.
Defender. Descender.
Suraya gue. Aduh, sakit.
Defender. Depulso. Descender. Bombarda. Potato. Stupid.
Gimana? Sini kan? Oh, lawan boss fight nih. Feeling gue bagus lawan boss fight. Aduh, sakit banget.
Defender. Descender. Stupid one. Bombarda. Defender. Stupid one. Descender. Descender. Bombarda.
Ya gila bro. Langsung lawan gua lah. Bro, 3 biji doang. 2 biji doang. Ah, gak ada apa-apanya.
Stupid one. Stupid one.
Gue lupa ngindar.
Defender. Descendo. Stupid. Bombarda. Defender. Descendo. Defendo. Descendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Stupid. Defendo. Descendo. Stupid one. Defendo. Descendo. Depulso. Stupid one. Descendo.
Dia kabur. Kalau laki lawan lah. Dia sih bukan laki, cewek sih dia. Kayaknya Game Reaper. Gitu doang, bro.
A simple stone. This must be for me.
Ini terakhir. Tapi castle yang paling beda ini anjing begini.
You're far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing.
She's gone.
Oh, poor Neve.
Neve. We won't be the same without her.
Ini siapa? Oh, si dewa kematian. Maksudnya dari ini apa ya? Itu siapa yang mati? Oh, si
You
Profesor
found me,
Quickden.
but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Terus masih hitam putih. Oh, ini memorinya dia nih. Di sini nggak ada chest,
But
Profesor.
there's no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Profesor ini nggak ada chest buat gua ambil. Jelek amat kalau ada
Remember
chest.
that as you witness my memory.
Oke. Profesor ini nggak ada chest buat diambil. Nah. Kurang air mata lagi.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
Kayak dia Slytherin deh. Dia butuh power banget. Siapa nih yang diambil?
What are you doing?
Dihirup sama dia nih.
Breathe it in. Can you feel it? Oh, Isadora.
This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Kayaknya Slytherin nih yang power. Need power. Nah, tapi apa yang diambil tadi? Ancient magic, kekuatan ancient magicnya atau gimana? Isadora tuh kayaknya rakusakan kekuatan yang buat aja kayak gitu. Ya wajar sih, lu dikasih kekuatan segede itu dan lu memilih untuk tidak manfaatin, lumayan aneh sebenarnya. Wah, udah berubah lagi. Ada chest gak?
Revelio.
I need my loot. Gak ada. Ya sudahlah. Siapa lagi nih datang nih?
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
The Hello Hero. No mission, no mission. If is there no mission, what should I do? If there is an
handy resource indeed.
Reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Boleh. Selama gue dapat Avada Kedavra. Profesor Weasley ngomong apa anjir? Kocak gini. Kita ngomong sama si Dick dulu ya. Ada another side quest yang bisa kita mainin? Sepertinya tidak. Di Hogsmeade? Oh kan ada. Nanti boleh, tapi kita ke ini dulu aja. Ke Secret Room of Requirement. Kayaknya Dik minta ini lagi deh. Apa namanya? Nyari bis lagi. Buat ditaruh dalam ini.
Deke has some exciting news to share.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you had an idea.
Indeed, Deke does. Deke knows that you want to learn about all sorts of beasts, and Deke recently heard rumors of a phoenix nest in a nearby mountain.
A phoenix nest? I wonder if it belongs to the phoenix gnat he mentioned, the one Harlow and the poacher pack are after.
Deke would not doubt it. If Deke has heard of it, surely the nasty poachers have as well, which means it could be in danger.
Well, I'd better go and rescue it then, hadn't I?
Deke thinks so. Deke is not sure why. Deke hopes that you are able...
Slow. Cafe di mana? Terlihat lumayan jauh. Tapi udah gue giniin. Hihihi, udah gue fast traveling. Tapi tadi sakit juga tuh, tapi coba tadi ada Akio. Lebih enak tadi. Nggak ada Akio aja tadi. Jadi kurang. Kalau di pulsa tuh ngedorong tuh gue kurang rasanya. Let's go. Ini level berapa ya? Udahlah masuk aja. Ayo, di mana kamu?
A blockade. Rookwood's poachers are already here.
Revelio.
Wih, anjir, untuk gua ngeliat.
Incendio. Confringo. Revelio.
Could the phoenix be in there?
Sepertinya tidak.
Incendio.
Kayaknya mah tempat laba-laba ini.
Nintendo. Potato. Stupid. Accio. Incendio.
Lumayan lah dapet table. Walaupun gak seberapa. Mining mulu nih dia tuh.
Revelio.
Bayawani lah anjir. Kita begini tuh nggak boleh takut anjir. Harus kita barbarin.
What?
Halo kawan-kawan.
Jar.
Jar.
Accio.
Jar. Gimana lagi?
Revelio.
Terus gitu dong. Halo. Aduh.
Revelio.
Kan ada yang lupaan diambil. Oh, salah pintu gue. Muter dulu, muter.
Incendio. Defendo. Bombarda. Defendo.
Nah, ada chest. Jadi chestnya bukan nemu yang bagus lagi aja. Nemu yang kurang-kurang mulu.
Revelio.
Gimana cara kita ke sono? Oh, tau lah, nggak usah diambil. Sabar ya, gue clear kok voucher camp.
Pay attention.
More poachers.
Emang ada yang bagusan? Gak ada kocak. Jelek aja.
Are there?
Revelio.
Jar. Surprise.
Accio.
Dur.
Glacius. Defendo. Protego. Accio.
Jar. Dapat get.
Revelio.
Lumayan. Kita tidak boleh menyanyiakan get kita nih. Bedanya apa? Oh, beda laut bawah doang kan? Sudah. Gede banget ya. Oh, Phoenix ya. Halo Phoenix. Culik.
It almost seems as if it wants me to follow it.
I know it. Meet me outside.
Revelio.
Saat punya Sebastian sih gue paling mau. Biar dapat a verbal code. Wah anjing.
Revelio.
Kata dulu. Ini nyampe nih guys, lihat ya. Nah, lampunya perlu ke situ. Ada Batman anjing. Let's go.
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Semua lock tuh udah kita nggak ada yang kita nggak bisa buka, semua bisa kita buka. Aloha. Kalian dapetnya bagus, apa tadi dapetnya kurang mulu. Tuh kan, yang hijau ya paling nasibnya gue jual aja.
Revelio.
Cuma menek ke atas doang bedanya. Iya sih, emang gak ada apa-apaan lagi juga. Sudah.
There it is again.
Mana Phoenixnya? Lompat.
Revelio. Confringo.
Lah, manjatnya gimana? Oh, bilang apa? Kalau gitu gua nggak usah berenang. Nah, hop. Under level mulu dapetnya.
Revelio.
Beware spider. Nggak ngaruh-ngaruh banget. Wih, lama-lama beneran muncul aja. Dan gua taunting emang si aturan. Ngetok. Ngapain lu? Coba bakar.
Levioso.
Ngagetin. Nggak bisa dong. Mana lagi? Oh, meledak tuh.
Accio.
Stupid one. Ya iyalah bro.
Cursed fiends.
Lu nggak tahu gue aja.
Revelio.
Lompat dulu. Iya. Lompat lagi. Iya. Main aja spider effects nih buat potion. Gue masih menyesal nggak buat tempat jualan potion aja. Kayak jualan potion lebih menguntungkan aja untuk kaya pada jualan baju. Nah pasti big boss depannya nih muncul loh.
Swear, it isn't a little hypocrite.
Potato. Stupid. Glaciers. Defender.
Jar.
You'll have to fight eventually.
Jar.
What have you done?
Jar. Wait.
You dare slay one of my own. You will fall.
What have you done? That was the high wing. Revelio.
Kira mah OP gitu tuh gimana? Enggak bro. Lawak aja lawak. Tadi dulu guys, kita tuh kalau kayak gini, oh aku salah jalan. Kita tuh harus explore. Ah, nggak ada apa-apaan.
Confringo.
Ya udahlah nggak apa-apa. Yang penting dapet sesuatu.
Bombarda.
Let's go. Di mana Phoenixnya? Udah bener. Buat siap-siap nangkap Phoenix. Apa Phoenixnya dengan sukarela ya ikut? Gak tahu juga sih.
Revelio.
Apakah ada looting? Gue tidak menolak kalau ada looting ya. Phoenix ini.
Hello. I'm here to help. I can take you somewhere safe.
Levioso.
Oh, auto masuk.
Let's get you back to the room. Deke's going to be pleased.
Kira harus diterbang-terbangin dulu. Tapi cowok sih nggak bisa diperanakin anjing. Kan lumayan kalau bisa diperanakin gue jual lah. Buat duit. Aduh, otak bisnis nama itu guys. Bukan jahat.
This looks intriguing.
Intriguing orang baru keluar dari sini. Oke. Kita mengarah ke Hogwarts. Room of Requirement. Sepi banget.
Did you find the phoenix?
Yes, Deke. And I rescued it from the poachers. I have it here. It's safe.
Remarkable. Well, what are you waiting for? Deke cannot wait to...
Gak sabaran banget ya.
My heavens.
Gedung apa lagi? Banyak banget tempat naruh bisnya.
What a beauty. You keep it close.
Okay.
Professor Weasley and Deke were right to tell you about the Room of Requirement. Look at all you've done, and how many beasts you've rescued. A phoenix is safe now, because of you.
I couldn't have done it without your help, Deke. Thank you.
Deke is grateful for the kind words, and also grateful to have been of assistance to someone like yourself. Helping you do such good for so many beasts has given Deke a sense of peace Deke hasn't known in years. Deke will always be here for you when you need him.
Oke. Kita bangun tempat makan dulu. Itu jadi gede banget ruangannya. Sabar ya. Kita ganti alteration dulu. Salah kan? Nah kan keren kalau kayak gini. Dapat. Gentengnya belum gua ubah. Nah, looks definitely better. Salah lagi pencet gue. Oh, kalau bisa. Sorry, nggak tahu. Ayo kita masuk. Ini kayaknya khusus binatang-binatang yang legend-legend. Halo Phoenix nih. Gue bawain tempat makan. Nih buat makan sini ya. Ini buat makan nih. Gue juga taruh tempat breeding biar bisa gue jual perbelikan nanti. Deket air nih. Kemarin gue taruh tengah. Nah, aku mau punya bisa gitu juga cowok Phoenix ya. Ya lu makan dulu aja Phoenix. Sabar. Kita lu jangan mana-mana. Belum selesai. Aku lagi makan. Nih, gue lap dulu. Udah. Anjas. Akhirnya jadi juga, guys. Perumahan-perumahan ini. Aduh. Oke, sebenarnya ada quest yang Sebastian. Tapi kita main yang di Hogsmeade dulu aja. Ya, Hogsmeade betul di sini. Wih, tadi gue liat di berita kan ya, gue nggak tahu ya bener atau enggaknya, tapi sih kayaknya nggak bener sih. Katanya bakal mati lampu tadi kan ya, tapi tadi gue baca komen beberapa bilang mati lampunya jadi cuma di kantor-kantoran doang, tempat lagi di
I
rumah-rumah
beg your
kagak.
pardon, but would you mind helping out an old woman?
Boleh.
Is everything all right?
Jangan rumah hantu tapi ya.
Bless you. Oh, thank you for asking. I'm Betty. Betty Bugbrook. And no, everything is not all right. It's my dear friend Hazel. She's in trouble.
Hazel?
Yes. Oh, she's a unicorn. Known her for years. She doesn't like to leave the forest, so I visit her once a week to brush out her mane and bring her some treats. Her coat is glorious. Well, the last time I saw her, we were violently attacked by a pack of wolves. Hazel, loyal friend that she is, leapt in front to protect me, and in the process, I fear she may have been injured.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I want to help her, but she seems to have gone into hiding. Out of fear, I'd imagine. I know you Hogwarts students learn a fair bit about caring for beasts. Perhaps you could find my unicorn friend and get her somewhere safe so that she can heal.
How did you become so close with the unicorn?
It was luck, truly. I came across her when she was a little golden foal. Didn't even have a horn yet. Oh, she trusted me straight away. We'd play together for hours. Oh, I do hope she'll be all right. Unicorn hair is a valuable wand core, and I suppose losing a hair or two mightn't hurt her. But I'm terrified those poachers will want her for her blood, to keep themselves alive. And that is more than I can bear to think
Ya
of.
udah, selalu gue bantuin.
I'll keep an eye out for your unicorn friend and take her to safety if I see her.
Oh, you've a good soul. I can always tell. Please, don't risk your own safety, though. I don't know precisely where she is, but I can tell you that her den is north of Hogsmeade. And although I haven't been able to brush her lately, I imagine she still has the brightest, most beautiful coat of her entire herd. Remember?
Di mana ya? Tadi 500 kesana dekat padahal lumayan jauh anjir. Oh iya, lupa gue jualin barang-barangnya. Ntar abis ini deh ya, habis saat quest selesai kita jualin barang dulu. Biar nggak numpuk, sama lumayan dapat duit. Duit gue juga tinggal cepet dari kemarin side quest. Dari awal gue main side quest sih gue terlalu baik aja nggak gue mintain duit. Harusnya gue mintain duit.
Revelio.
Gue belum.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Ayo sini, ambil. Halo, rumahnya kok Jara ya? Nggak keambil, malah makan cemilan. Aneh. Baru.
My sincerest gratitude. You brave soul.
Sabar. Mari kita ambil. Tapi kasihan juga sih rumah orang kita jarah-jarahin aja, tapi gak apa-apa. Selama gua dapet duit, it's okay.
Revelio.
Dapat Christmas tree. Nah, nggak apa-apa. Yang penting bisa gue jual. Itu aja.
Thank you for all that you've done for us.
Unicornnya di mana ya?
Who lived here, I wonder?
Turun.
Hazel must be here somewhere.
Levioso.
Aduh. Gua dapetin lo unicorn.
Settle yourself.
Revelio.
Come on, Hazel.
Levioso.
Ah, ini Hazel the unicorn.
I can take Hazel back to a vivarium now. I should let Madam Bugbrook know she's safe.
Revelio.
Masa cuma 2 doang atuh? Weh, itu apa tuh? Ah, nggak bisa. Masa 2 doang atuh? Ya sudahlah. Tapi cowok dua-duanya jangan-jangan ya. Kalau cowok dua-duanya. Oh iya, cowok dua-duanya. Cewek dua-duanya. Tapi ya sudahlah, nggak apa-apa. Daripada nggak ada, lumayan aja punya unicorn. Kapan lagi punya unicorn? Keren, cok.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Lagi musim dingin malah berenang gua. Selalu unicorn dapat terselamatkan.
Madam Bugbrook, I found your unicorn friend Hazel.
Oh, what a relief! Is she all right?
Tenang,
Are
gua punya.
you all right? Do you have a safe place for her to stay?
Udah, kita nggak boleh kayak
We're
gitu.
both fine.
Kita jamin
And I
dari
have a safe place for her at Hogwarts.
You've a kind heart, you do. I'm relieved and thankful that you'll take care of her. I shall miss my sweet pointy pony, but I know she's safer away from the poachers. Do give her a nice brushing for me, won't you?
Oke.
Take good care of Hazel now.
Toko kita di mana ya? Toko kita ini ya? Bukan, toko kita tuh hijau. Oh, ini. Penny. Biasa jual
It is
barang.
wonderful to see you back here.
Biasa jual barang. Apalagi? jualnya. Ya udahlah. Oh, jangan. Bagus ternyata.
Penny wishes you safe and
Kejual tadi. Aduh. Gak apa-apa, kurang 6 doang. Tapi sekali namanya 300. Kencana. Udah gue demen pakai ini, pengen tuker yang lain kayak mager banget anjing. Beda di outline-nya doang. Kagak dah, gue prefer pakai yang ini, Slytherin House. Kita ke remove requirement dulu aja. Tuh, tapi di World Cup belum ada side quest lagi. Gak apa-apa. Tapi kita kesini dulu. Sekalian naruh unicornnya. Unicornnya di beranakinnya harus sama ada cowoknya nggak ya? Kalau ada cowoknya nyari lagi. Tapi gampang sih tadi. Gak sesusah itu juga. Dapat lebih bagus. Apa-apa lah. Nggak kacamata doang nih, belum legendary kacamata. Oh iya, tadi gua naik level ya, belum gue inin. Tinggal ini, tapi tuh nggak kepake-pake banget. Oh ini aja dah. Dapat Avada Kedavra nggak ya? Tapi ntar di quest kalau dapet gue tahan, kalau nggak gue tahan. Tapi masalah juga apa namanya, kalau gue mau upgrade ya, upgrade apaan lagi? Di spell udah bagus, ini gue nggak pakai dua ini. Jadi di remove requirement nggak pakai amat. Nggak pakai amat dibilang. Enggak, kalau gitu nggak usah. Kita tahan dulu aja buat di Dark Arts, buat di Avada Kedavra. Ini gue jujur nggak make. Ini juga nggak make. Dia tahan aja buat Avada Kedavra.
You've made marvelous improvements here.
Oke. Kita ke questnya si Sebastian. Kita buka map. Kita ke world map. Kita ke Fiddlecroft. Iya, aduh ini corner lupa gue masukin. Abis ini. Lupa anjir.
A lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Sebastian.
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time.
Time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
We just need to get Anne to the catacomb and work out how to make a dark sacrifice.
Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. Anne will only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, we could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Do you think your uncle would tell anyone at the ministry about all of this if he found out?
If he found out, I doubt he'd go to the ministry. He didn't part ways with them well, from what I understand. He won't say, but I believe his strong aversion to dark magic has something to do with his time there. Anne thinks he once decided to fight fire with fire, so to speak, and resorted to using an unforgivable curse in a fight against dark wizards. At least that's what she thought she heard. When he realized what his job had led him to become, he left rather abruptly. So, I'm not sure he'd go to the ministry to report on his own family using dark magic now.
Good luck with Ominous. Until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl. See you soon.
Nah, begitu doang. Lu kira mah udah langsung belajar Avada-Kedavra. Enggak, anjing. Scam. Scam cuk si Sebastian. Tapi juga tadi nggak ada logonya sih reward tempat Avada Kedavra. Jadi ya sudahlah.
Only following orders. Leave your accusations in someone else's direction if you don't mind.
Nothing pleasant about this coast.
I received your owl. Thank you.
I'm glad you came. I spotted droves of Ranrock's loyalists coming up from the coast. Overheard one of them say they're headed to another cavern, like the one we found. How are they still one step ahead of us? They can't know about the triptych.
I don't know. I did see another memory. This time it was a keeper named Neve Fitzgerald. She was unnerved by Isadora's use of ancient magic. But I still can't be sure how any of it connects to Ranrock.
These keepers are playing games with you. You need to press them for more information.
It doesn't work like that. To access each of these memories, I have to complete a trial. It's not as easy as you think. They're showing me the memories in a particular order.
Either they don't trust you, or you don't care enough about Anne to ask the difficult questions.
Of course I care, Sebastian. We've come this far. Don't let your frustration get the better of you.
Fine. I'll defer to your keeper friends. For now. But I don't like it.
We don't have a choice.
Banyak minta lu,
Now,
anjing.
shall we see why the triptych led us here?
Let's go, quickly, before we're spotted. Keep a close eye out. I saw some of Ranrock's crew moving off the path just ahead.
I wonder why.
Raiding, I imagine.
Buat mananya? Udah, kita ikutin jalan aja.
Used to safeguard local hamlet valuables. But it's been abandoned ever since Ranrock took hold of the coast.
missed me!
Ringo!
I will place it! Put me down! I won't rest!
Bunuhin aja anjir. Kenapa enggak?
Thestrals overhead. Some consider them a bad omen.
Not everyone does.
I know that.
All right.
I'm making small talk. I'm not going to trek up this mountain in silence.
Jauh amat.
Revelio.
Ah, Thestral gue udah punya banyak. Ntar aja.
Kill any who trespass!
There they are. Let's go.
Wait, we should have some sort of plan.
I'm through planning.
Anjir.
Stop by. This is where you will fail. Don't do that again!
Aduh.
They got what they deserved.
Ya, tapi
What were you thinking?
I was thinking about dead goblins.
You could have got us killed.
But I didn't. Looks like Ranrock's loyalists were heading further up the path.
Let's keep going.
si Sebastian udah terbutakan anjing. Tapi mau gimana ya udahlah.
Ramrock's gonna make everyone pay.
Anything made from goblin silver belongs to us. Whether it's a sword or a repository, whatever that is.
Did you hear that, Goblin?
Ridiculous notions of ownership.
Someone's here.
Bombard!
I won't rest.
Jauh juga ya.
I agree. Only good wizards are dead wizard. Ranrock's got that right.
This must be it.
Sebastian, wait.
Wait? For what? Why are you suddenly so cautious?
Listen to me. I know you're angry and frustrated, but charging ahead now could undo all the progress we've made. Lord Gok said...
Oh, your goblin friend?
Stop it. That's enough. Not all goblins are like Ranrock. I am not the enemy. We want the same thing. To find answers.
I thought we wanted the same thing.
We do. Listen to me. Lodgok has insights into Ranrock that we don't. He told me that Ranrock somehow knows about the Keepers and is searching anywhere connected to each of them. That's why they always seem to be one step ahead. I know what I'm doing. You need to trust me, or I don't see that we can continue together.
Fine. I'm sorry.
Bener nih baru kayak gini.
I'm letting my emotions get the better of me. And I have been for a while. I do trust you. And I don't think I can help Anne without you.
Good. Ranrock clearly knows more than we thought. We need to be careful and do this right, not just go charging in.
Betul.
We have our work cut out for us. We need to work together if we're going to find the final piece to the triptych.
Nah, sebelum
Agreed.
Jangan lupa.
Intrepid travelers, the both of you. Keep your wits.
Revelio.
Ayo, let's go. Tunnel banyak banget, nggak tahu dan gede apa banyak kayak waktu itu yang banyak rahasia puzzle-puzzle gue nggak tahu. Kayaknya sih iya.
So far, so good.
Charming.
Tuh ada yang mati.
Spiders. How fitting.
Revelio.
Dar. Dar.
Revelio.
Almost as good as if I'd done it myself.
Revelio. Incendio.
Moonstone.
Revelio.
Moonstone penting anjir. Harus kita ambil.
Incendio.
One nudge and that chest might have fallen.
Oh, I think 3 nudges at least.
Revelio.
Salah pencet.
These spiders are determined to make a meal of us.
I'm sure we taste better than a goblin dinner.
Udah boleh doang anjing. Aduh.
Bombarder. Accio. Places. Defender. Revelio.
Beasts, aren't they?
Ya mau gimana lagi? Lumayan XP bisa.
Staircase leading here. Whatever for?
I don't think anyone's been here for ages.
Incendio. Revelio. Bombarder. Defender.
Look at this place. Not really my style. A bit much, if you ask me.
Accio. Bombarder. Protector. Stupefy.
Aduh. Mental gue.
Getting through the cavern can't have been the only challenge. Perhaps we should search for rooms.
We've seen rune symbols like these before.
Kita dulu sabar ya.
Incendio.
Kita lootingan.
Is finding these chests luck or instinct?
Instinct.
Revelio.
I might call it an instinct. Kita lihat dulu ya, bener nggak dari sini? Ini.
Incendio.
Can't get out of here quick enough.
Easy puzzle lah ini. Kayaknya boss fight depan dah. Orang ada potion. Nah ya boss fight ini. Ayo dah. Ayo silahkan kalau mau lawan. Aduh. Sabar, gue belum selesai menyerangnya. Ayo serang lagi. Aduh. Ribu anjing. Satu. Halo, satu attack doang.
Nice teamwork. Nothing like an angry troll to bring friends together.
Sabar, looting dulu. Why not to looting, bro?
Confringo.
Revelio. Reparo.
That troll certainly made a mess of things. Debris everywhere.
Reparo aja udah selesai.
That was a piece of work.
More than one.
Revelio.
We couldn't jump high enough to reach that ledge if we tried. Did you find something?
A journal entry. Isadora was here.
Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Yuk. Itu doang. Gampang. Puzzle lah. Karena mungkin yang mission juga sih. Gak
I'm out
semuter
of
otak
breath
gitu.
after all of those stairs, but the view, well worth it.
Revelio.
Another barrier. We can blast through it, I'm certain. Good news?
This journal entry sounds worrisome.
Revelio. Bombarda.
Almost as good as if I'd done it myself.
This place can't have belonged to only Isadora.
Revelio.
That's here.
Tuh kan gue gak ngeliat ada ginian.
Confringo.
Wih, gold points lagi. Gue gak butuh healing, gue butuh punya barang.
Revelio.
Ayo dong. Nah, buat gue jual. Hidup tuh harus cuan, guys.
Another rune symbol. Feel as if I should be fluent in
Confringo.
language by now.
Revelio.
Udah begitu doang, simple kayak gitu.
Could this be another area Isadora created?
Isadora must have honed her skill with ancient magic here.
Cara kita naik ke atas gimana ya? Ya, di atas sudah barang.
Revelio.
I know from the memories I've seen that the Keepers and Isadora didn't see eye to eye on the use of ancient magic.
I wish you could see one of her memories.
Oh, sini.
The final canvas piece to the triptych. We've done it.
Isadora should not have had to keep all this secret.
I know from the memories I've seen that the Keepers and Isadora didn't see eye to eye on the use of ancient magic. But I don't understand why she seems to have gone to such great lengths to tell her story without their knowledge.
I wish you could see one of her memories.
So do I.
Perhaps completing the triptych will shed more light on all of this.
Masuk lagi ke Undercroft.
I cannot believe the journey this triptych took us on.
This is it.
Don't keep me in suspense. Go on, place it.
Oke, itu di mana? Siapa nih? Oh, memorinya Isidora kan?
Another pensive.
This is what we've been chasing.
I wonder.
What is it?
Let's find out.
Ini bapaknya lagi kah? Kan udah diambil pennya. Udah bisa ngomong aturan.
I cannot bring my brother back, Father. But I can give you peace.
Japan diambil kan tadi pennya tuh. Ada yang datang tamunya nih. Oh iya.
Please, have a seat.
Lanjutan dari yang kemarin, dari yang si Victor Rookwood.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Jadi perspektifnya Isadora kayaknya.
Isadora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
Thank you.
That worked.
It did indeed.
Of course it did. It's goblin silver.
I need something much bigger.
All right. It would help if you could tell me more about what it is you're storing.
Banyak banget yang dia diambil anjing.
Magic. Left over from a spell I devised to remove pain, but if used correctly, its power can be used to do even more good.
Lu terlalu maruk, Isadora.
Why would you want to store such magic away?
I only need to keep it safe until I can convince my colleagues of its worth. Magic like this unnerves some.
Not everyone's ready to wield such power.
Perhaps not. Someone will be.
Amaran Rock dah tuh diambil.
She took away the pain. I knew it. I knew there was a way to help Anne.
Something isn't right, Sebastian.
What do you mean? You saw what she did.
No, not the memories, the portrait. I think the reason Isadora hasn't appeared is because she can't.
I don't follow.
Maksudnya?
We have seen that view before. The abandoned home in Felgroth, the destroyed painting, it was her.
So someone destroyed a bit of enchanted canvas, but we found the memory.
Yes, you're right.
We saw what she wanted us to see. We saw what she could do, what you can do.
But I don't know how to do what Isadora did.
Well, then you shall learn. The Keepers can teach you.
I'm not sure that they would. The Keepers believe that removing someone's ability to feel pain, it's a highly complicated, unpredictable form of magic. One that should be wielded with great care. If at all.
If at all? You've overcome all of their challenges. You've more than proven yourself. You can wield it. You have the ability. Please, talk to the Keepers. If not for me, then for Anne.
Udah, coba gue tanyain dah. Tapi nggak tahu bakal bersama kagak.
Why did the Keepers want to keep Isadora quiet? Why destroy her portrait?
Ya juga ya, kenapa ya? Quest apaan? Oh, buka dulu. Oh, si Lodgok. Lodgok pengen ngasih kita sesuatu, ngasih apa? Lodgok loyalty. Kita kesini dulu aja dah. Set mission dulu. Tapi baru satu doang misinya, nggak ada misi yang lain. Apa 14 misi terakhir, berarti 4 misi lagi ya? Ah, nggak tahu juga sih. Christmas. Itu di mana nih side questnya? Oh iya. Kita ini dulu aja deh. Lebih dekat juga. Di atas. Pakai baju Queen Gage.
He never shuts up about you.
Somebody help!
Sir, are you all right? You seem to be in some distress.
All right? Do I look all right? I've been kidnapped!
How can you be kidnapped when you're right here?
What sort of question is that? Of course I'm right here. I've more than one frame. Do you only have one home? It's my other frame. It's been stolen. And by students, no less. They paid filthy thieves to steal my other frame.
Oh dear. That sounds awful.
Well, awful is exactly what Astoria Cricket is. She's behind all of this. She and her friends were moaning about me, of all the nerve. Then I heard a plot to enlist a gang of good-for-nothings to have me stolen from the Three Broomsticks. That's where my other frame hung. A hovel of a place. Though I suppose one could do worse. I once knew a portrait who ended up in the Hog's Head. No one's heard from him since.
Right. So back to your frame.
Ah, yes. There I was, powdering my wig, and the next thing I knew, I was being manhandled by rogues and carried off. As if I can afford not to be at my post. I do important work for the headmaster, and I need my other frame back at the Three Broomsticks.
Just who is Astoria Cricket, and what would she want with your frame?
She's a fourth-year troublemaker, that's who. She and her band of hoodlums discuss all sorts of misdeeds right under my nose, and then resent me for overhearing them. I can only assume they took my frame in some misguided attempt to punish me for doing my job.
What do you mean you do important work for the headmaster?
Let's just say I overhear quite a bit in Serona's fine establishment, and the headmaster likes to know all about it. He's come to count on me in this regard. Reminds me of my prefect days.
I don't suppose you have any idea where your stolen frame was taken. Can you see anything from it?
I most certainly can. They brought me to a ruin of all places. Some crumbling atrocity surrounded by water from the sound of it. Oh, I do also recall seeing the coast on the way.
Okay.
I could look into the matter for you.
Oh, would you? How marvelous. Do it quickly, though, won't you? The place they took me to is quite beneath me. Off you go, then.
Nyusahin ya.
Breaking into Alfred Lawley's home wasn't the brightest idea.
Astoria Cricket?
That depends. Am I in trouble?
Ferdinand Pratt thinks you should be. Says you stole his frame.
I wouldn't call it stolen. Relocated's more like it. How do I put this nicely? Ferdinand Pratt is a postulant boil, and he's lucky I didn't have him sealed in a wall.
Surely he can't be that terrible, can he?
All he does is spy on students in here and report back to the headmaster. Sometimes, if there's nothing to report, he'll make it up.
Waduh.
I spent 4 hours in detention last week, all because he told Black that I was planning to drain the lake, whatever that means. It was the last straw. He and his frame had to go.
May I ask where you put him?
Well, I didn't put him anywhere. The frame is likely with the fine gents I paid to snatch it. They camp in a ruin by the coast. I just wanted it far enough away that I'd never have to think about Ferdinand Pratt ever again.
You do know he's screaming in the library as we speak.
Oh, for the love of Merlin. If you ask me, he's got nothing to scream about. I could have had him put in the Hog's Head. The pampered Pratt would have hated it. Grimy walls, smell of goats. And the patrons, they eat snooty princes like Ferdinand for dinner. But what's done is done. He isn't here anymore, and if I were you, I should enjoy it. Lovely chatting with you.
Jauh bener ya. Aduh. Itu deket sama fast travel.
Stop right there!
No, we keep...
Yes, there've been mistakes, but I can't. If I'm single, you've seen Hogwarts for years.
Di sini lagi.
Accio, you must think you're so clever. You've made a great. Come on, you're afraid to fight back. Glaciers, defender. That's stupid. What you can do? Accio, your father.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. I should investigate.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Ayo sini, ikutin gua.
Revelio.
Lumos.
Merlin himself will be proud.
Gitu doang, easy.
Revelio.
Aloha Mora.
Sabar-sabar ku tolongin. Oke, easy.
Would you please meet with me in the Great Hall?
Revelio.
And I need a friend.
Calm down, I'm here now.
Calm down. Those buffoons outside have been talking about burning me. Me! If they weren't all sharing half a brain, they'd realize I'm worth more to them intact and at the 3 broomsticks.
How was that?
With everything I overhear, I'm a veritable trove of information. Now, don't just stand there. I need to be back by cocktail hour. The place will be like a funeral without me.
What if I don't want to return you to the Three Broomsticks?
What on earth do you mean?
What if I took you to the Hog's Head instead? I've heard such nice things.
What a funny little joke. Now, the Three Broomsticks, please. Oh, they're bound to be missing me terribly. Be sure to carry me carefully, won't you? My pantaloons are already creased.
Are you familiar with the hamlet of Irondale? It's south of the castle. I think the cave that Doran wanted us to find is near.
Ada side quest lagi. Kita taruh sini aja dah, Hogsmeade dah. Jangan ke Broomstick. Biar ngocehin dengan orang mabok lu. Dia nggak seneng juga anjing, orang anak gak bersalah diocehin. Sampai dibuat kesalahannya dibuat-buat. Sini aja.
If it thinks it's got half a car.
What is the meaning of this? This isn't the Three Broomsticks.
No, it's not. It's the Hog's Head.
Did you fall into a cauldron of stupid potion? You've brought me to the wrong place. It's absolutely vile in here.
It's not that bad.
Oh, give it a chance. You might grow to like it.
Please, you can't mean to leave me here. Please.
Goodbye, Ferdinand. Enjoy your new home.
I normally toss the both of you out. But I like the look of the fancy man. Target practice.
This is an outrage. Do you hear me? An outrage.
Nah, gua ambil makan kacang dah tuh. Emang enak loh. Coba kita meet Poppy dulu. Biar nggak bolak-balik keluar. Gimana? Jauh-jauh mulu. Aduh. Nah, ada. Ke Irondale.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
You made it.
Kita ngapain di sini?
At least we're out of the classroom.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Did you discover why people avoid this cave?
Ridiculous, really. Rumour was that the cave drove people mad. I couldn't find any account by someone who had been in the cave, though. So either it is a rumour, or anyone who went in wasn't in any state to speak of it afterwards.
Okay.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed. I wonder if you'd go blind from staring directly at a moonstone.
Mari kita save dulu. Kita belum nge-save. Let's go. Moonstone Garden. Discover all game dungeons. Nggak sengaja aja.
Revelio.
You don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you?
I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Revelio.
Bombarda.
Revelio.
It's another aggressive one.
Glacius. Mindo.
What is going on with that?
Revelio. Incendio. Confringo.
Oh.
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Salah pencet.
Bombarda.
So it must be something.
Lumos.
Kalau ada.
Lumos.
Gak usah pakai Lumos juga, gue buat nyelesain ini doang.
Accio. Repulsor. Revelio. Repulsor. Glacius.
Oh. Oh.
Repulsor.
Anjas. Easy puzzle. Another Phoenix.
Voipers.
Oh, Fooper
I
salah.
beg your pardon?
Revelio.
This must be how the rumor about the cave started. The Whooper's song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad.
Berarti itu binatang berbahaya dong. Kalau kayak gitu. Tapi yang nggak tahu juga sih.
Accio.
If the moonstone is here and so are Whoopers, I wonder if it's been
Revelio.
detected.
Accio. Revelio.
Bentar. Itu buletan gitu sama segitiga. Segitiga di mana? Sama ini. Easy puzzle.
Revelio.
Kalau sabar.
Why am I not surprised? First the Fupas and now this.
Itu bulat-bulat. Nah, ini bulat yang ini.
We need to find mods for those spinners. Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
Lumos.
Lebih gak sengaja sih tadi gua. Bulat-bulat sama ini. Bulat-bulat mana ini?
Revelio.
Yang belum apa sih? Segitiga sama bulat-bulat.
Perhaps the runes on the walls have something to do with
Bacot.
finding the moths.
Bacot tahu bacot gak sabar.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Gak usah pakai lumos juga, gua aja.
Depulso. Revelio.
Another obstacle. No matter. I'm sure we can work out a way across.
Depulso. Accio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Depulso.
Merlin, it's beautiful.
Lumos. Depulso. Lumos.
Yuk. Easy puzzle.
Revelio.
You did it.
Iya, gue emang berhasil, tapi kita bisa naik atas ini gak sih? Gak bisa. Udah yuk.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to do this again.
Places. Window. Bombarda. Potato. Stupid. Revelio. Bombarda.
Look,
Revelio.
where the water's bubbling. How odd.
Should we take a closer look?
You read my mind.
Mau kemana lagi aja? Oh, mage. Nah, ini tadi tuh pentok-pentokan yang tadi.
Merlin, it's even more beautiful close up. It's got to be here. I just know it. Given what Swoopers are known to do, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this many of them.
Revelio. I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm starting to lose my mind.
Very funny. I was just thinking how it's proof that
Confringo.
assuming this is where the Moonstone is, which means we're one step ahead of them.
Revelio.
We found it! It's like staring direct. Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the henge.
Shall we?
We shall. If we leave now, we should make it there by nightfall.
Langsung aja lah. Gue pengen ngeloot juga. Tahu tadi masuk pintunya loot mana gue nggak tahu. Jadi sudah lah.
That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to feel. We knew we were at the cave for the Moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the henge.
Whatever it is, it had better have to do with Snidgets.
The clock is ticking in that regard, isn't it? Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think that's it over there.
How's your Gran doing, by the way?
Nothing keeps Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that sets foot on her doorstep.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it.
Oke,
I
tinggal
think
kita
we can
tempelin.
safely say we know where the Moonstone goes.
Nih. Banyak yang anak kesini. Untuk apaan tuh?
Wow.
Oh. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the Moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same, though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one, but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on Highwing, or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met Highwing, actually,
If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen. A good one. A sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
Merlin? I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
What was it like growing up in a family of poachers?
The thing I remember most was how much we moved around, always chasing the next big kill. It was chaotic and dangerous, and nowhere a child should ever grow up.
Do your parents know about the things you do now? Saving that dragon from the fighting ring, for instance.
We don't speak, or rather, they don't speak to me. Last I heard, they were in Borneo trying to make their fortunes there, acromantulas. However, I wouldn't be surprised if word has got back to them. Some days a part of me hopes that it has. Now that I'm older, I wish I could talk to them, get them to see sense. But sadly, I suspect that wouldn't do any good.
We were around so many poachers in the tent. Were you not worried about being recognized?
Poachers are nomadic, and most of the ones in the area aren't any I'd grown up with. That said, I suspect someone must have recognized me. That's how they got to Gran.
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat.
Okay.
If you collect the moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are.
Oke. Pas buat ke castle kita bisa main misi yang magic, kelas magic. Jadi ya win-win solution. Bisa misi magic. Bisa itulah yang misinya online.
I don't know why you don't just get a snitch from inside.
Because I told you. I can try.
Udah mau Christmas. Yang ngajar siapa ya? Yang ngajar hantu.
In today's lesson, we will cover a truly thrilling event. The Goblin Rebellion of 1752 and all its triumphant tragedy. But more specifically, we will address the devastating effect it had on the wizard milling.
Biasanya ngantukin anjing harus digituin.
Throughout the many goblin battles, countless wizard cloaks were lost.
Pada ngantuk anjing.
Actually, we do know the number. 632. But history occurs outside the classroom. And look, it's time for my constitutional. One can practically osmose the history flowing through Hogwarts.
I think the professor wants us to follow him.
Okay.
And now for a stroll to the bell tower entrance hall. Along with the rest of the castle, it was completed in the late early Middle Ages.
Hall and the bell towers that loom above it contain myriad interesting artifacts.
Lewat pintu apa? Jangan nge-cheat kayak gitu. Mau kemana sih, Profesor?
Good to see you again. Recovered from that nasty bout of dragon pox, have we?
That wasn't me, Professor. I'm new here.
Are you? Well then, welcome. No doubt you're eagerly anticipating my analysis of various wizarding councils, codes, statutes, and of course, goblin rebellions. Not all goblins are rebellious. Some venture into wizarding politics, such as Eargit the Ugly. Some are talented artisans, such as Bragbor the Boastful.
Bragbor?
Did you say Bragbor? I know that name. Lord Cock said he was an ancestor of Ranrock.
Well known for his metalwork. I would imagine much of his goblin-wrought iron and silver has survived to this very day. Where were we? Oh yes. Back to our class topic for today. Grimbold Weft. Another notable historical figure. He's right nearby.
Revelio. This isn't...
Here in the bell tower entrance hall. Oh yes, I see you found Grimbold Weft.
Yes, I rather enjoyed seeking him out.
The thrill of the scholarly pursuit. I know the feeling quite well. Now, let's turn our attention to the agreeability and general good nature of Sir Athbuttle. He's also nearby. See what you can learn from him for your next assignment.
Okay.
Standing in eternal but symbolic watch over the bell tower is a retinue of loyal knights, or rather, statues of knights, I should clarify.
Ergo, his statue
Keen-eyed students will spot the statue of Sir Athbuttle, of cheerful countenance nestled among the ranks. His fame was not won by vanquishing.
These bits of broom are all that's left of a witch called Celine
Slaying
Waterlobby.
bloodthirsty dragons, rather intriguing yards and scullery. Courage, everyone, to
Revelio.
make waving statues acquaintance. In all the centuries that Hogwarts has existed, not once has it collapsed. As one would expect, Hogwarts contains...
This unassuming smudge is rumored to be the location of the very first successful use of bombardment. I suppose successful is a relative term, since whoever crafted it lived to tell tale.
Our students often complain about the many staircases at Hogwarts, but they never bother me. Hogwarts is impervious to the inexorable march of time. Perhaps that is why I admire it so.
Wagadu's history is, well, a bit different than that of Hogwarts, to say the least.
Gimana anjir?
The Hogwarts founders could never have achieved such architectural majesty without the aid of powerful magic. As one would expect, Hogwarts contains no narthexes, since Obviously, those would not be found.
Oh, ini dia.
Castle.
Udah.
Professor Binns, I found the statue of Sir Athpuddle.
Ah, well done. Alas, Sir Athpuddle's affability was his undoing. Died instantly trying to befriend a basilisk. Eye contact is not always to be encouraged. So beloved was he that even some goblins mourned his passing. Of course, that did not bode well with the rest of the goblins, most of whom could not abide mourning the loss of a wizard.
Pity goblins and wizards can't get along.
True. But imagine how dull my lectures would be without goblin rebellions to discuss. History does tend to repeat. It is a series of patterns, a thought both comforting and disconcerting. The wise student, such as yourself, will learn from it.
Oke.
History is written by those.
Kita sebelum ke Onai kita ke require room dulu. Gue pengen ngeluarin si unicorn, lupa. Tadi sih ketemu unicorn di Forbidden Forest. Apakah kita jangan keluarin di dekat kayak yang gelap-gelap itu yang ada kiri? Tapi kurang. Apalagi taruh di laut ya. Tapi nggak betul sini ya.
Marvelous improvements here.
Everything's all right now.
Apa gue masukin lagi? Coba kita breeding, bisa nggak? Oh, unicorn tipikal yang nggak bisa di breeding. Mana Phoenix ini? Jangan kemana-mana. Oke. Tadi ada yang bisa dibuka nggak sih? Gue lupa lagi. Kurang. Ntar buat gue jual aja. Ini upgrade aja ya. Super gua nggak punya. Coopernya gue gak punya. Upgrade your gear, dapat lagi nih challenge. 72%-nya. Gue mau tahan dulu sampai kebuka Avada Kedavra. Oke, kita bisa ke quest finding focus. Masih di kampus ya at least, jadi nggak gitu jauh. Dulu dah.
Some days are more difficult.
Lassie, is everything all right?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind, and I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Matibeleland. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
It's not your fault, Natty. There's nothing you could have done to prevent it.
That is what my mother says. But he died protecting me. And I cannot help but feel guilty over that. I find myself reliving the moment more often than I would like. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Each day they remain free, they do more damage, leaving people like Archie Bickle to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get them. I've never seen someone so committed to a cause.
Thank you. I believe we will get them, beginning with Harlow. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
Begitu dong. Kocak. Dulu dah. Jungret. Berarti tinggal dikit lagi tuh, kayaknya tinggal semisi-semisi lagi yang dari Puff dari Ravenclaw, dari si Sebastian, si Onai.
Revelio.
Kira gue nggak ngeliat kah?
Pardon me, is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
Okay.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black, taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour. But mum's the word.
If only 2 bells are left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf.
Oh, bukan ada.
Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they...
Perhaps I could...
Really? Oh, you're certainly of more help than...
Sini aku bantuin.
I imagine the bells are just inside in the bell tower.
The sheer nerve taking them down.
Gue lupa mulu nggak bisa apa jalan cepet kalau di bukan jalan cepet apa sih apa namanya teleportasi gitu. Tapi jujur teleportasi nggak kepake-pake banget sama gue. Kepakainya kalau buat fast travel jalan lebih cepet doang.
Revelio. The bells must be upstairs.
Aloha Mora.
Kalau ya gue udah punya nih. Oke.
Found them. I'll have to get those up there somehow. Wingardium Leviosa, perhaps.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
One up, one to go. Revelio.
Cuy, enter kemana nih? Itu kodok tuh buat teleportasi ya.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Let's go.
Well, that wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't.
Kartuku nyangkut anjing. Tolong. Kartuku nyangkut anjing. Loh, tuh nyangkut guys. Pertanyaan suruh fast travel kalau nyangkut. Kayaknya sih ke Hogwarts yang terakhir kita bisa buka deh. Soalnya ruangan kepala sekolah udah aku buka, jadi seharusnya bisa ya. Seharusnya, tapi nggak tahu. Masang bel doang susah banget ya. Barang gitu doang.
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Ah, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. and I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
Simply that, selesai. Kita save dulu. Bukan. Gue nggak mau ketipu, gue usah sini daripada muter-muter.
Revelio.
Oh ini nih. Ini topi yang buat masuk kelas apa? Bukan tadi udah gua ambil. Oh, potion. Level 2 doang, apa susahnya? Gampang. Level 3.
Revelio.
Kunci apaan tuh? Sebentar. Mari kita cari. Nama questnya apa sih, gue lupa, gue nama questnya. The exploration ya. Solve Hogwarts. Begitu doang akhir-akhirannya. Dengerannya kayak gampang banget. Oke.
Revelio.
Itu di atas mana lagi? Nggak tahu dah. Udah, gue bisa lompat. Itu doang udah. Udah begitu dong. Simple kayak gitu doang udah. Kira kayak yang susah banget gitu loh.
Revelio.
Udah gitu dong. Coba kita lihat dulu ya. Emang level lebih bagus yang ini? Kagak anjir. Oh ini nih. Anjing. Jelek cuk. Gue usaha-usaha buat dapet kayak gitu. Sialan emang ya. Ini paling bener ini lah. Dah, gue buka dulu aja tuh di room of requirement. Gue kira kayak yang bagus banget semacam atau gimana gitu. Ya begitu doang. Jeleknya anjing. Tapi gue nggak tahu ya nih, kita dapetan lootingannya bagus atau enggak. Jelek. Gue pengen desain lagi ah. Oke, kita cari sofa. Kan gini enak ada sofa gede ya. Bisa jalan kan? Itu gampang lah, bisa diubah. Taruh meja. Jangan udah. Nah, gini kan bagus tuh. Ada ruangan pribadi kita sendiri. Nah, kan bagus kayak gini. Set. Di sini bisa kita taruh lagi something. Tapi apa gue nggak tahu. Jangan dah. Jelek. Ini apa? Anjing serem banget pakai begituan. Gue pasang di mana ya? Dulu. Nah tadi bukan maksudnya ini. Tadi tuh gue pengen masang yang jelek. Kill shock ya. Nah pas banget gak? Pas sih menurut gue kayak anjas ruangan nyantai kita nih. Udah. More private. Udah oke sih. Mau kolot ini bisa. Kolot sini juga bisa. Kita lanjut desain dulu ya lah. Pasang apa lagi? Apa lagi ya? Ini kali ya, Dragon Globe. Kolongan ditaruh di sini. Udah sih kalau untuk ruangan ini menurutku udah bagus. Oh ini slotku penuh. Potion gue 12 semua. Yang belum tuh yang biru tuh 19 sama ini. Visibility point, potion. Ini udah anjas. Udah oke sih sebenarnya. Ini tuh cuma seberapanya doang. Kalau sini udah full inian. Jurus gue udah penuhan. Oke, itu jadi ruang khusus aja. Ini ruang gabungan, itu ruang khusus. Ya, di atas belum gua renovasi sih, tapi yang atas. Bukan itu, ini. Ya, seems oke lah. Berarti kalau main quest sih kita mainin nih. Saat quest sih gue liat belum ada lagi itu pertandaan. Di world map ada tapi. Oh, di world map yang ini yang belum kita mainin nih, yang level 37. Kayaknya. Iya kayaknya. Kita ke teles dulu ya lah. Udah ada 2 nih. Siapa ya? Satu ini kali ya? Jangan. Oke, ini boleh deh buat cooldown. Oke. Satu lagi buat Avada Kedavra, udah gue tahan. Save. Kayaknya itu aja guys untuk hari ini. So, thank you for watching stream. See you on next stream. Bye.